All right, mom, so let's talk about it. The world tells you to grind, hustle, and never stop. Sleep is for the weak, rise and grind. You could sleep when you're dead. And we as moms are out here trying to do it all. We're trying to pack lunch, we're trying to fold laundry, build a career, and maintain our faith at the same time. And maybe even drink water before noon. We're trying to do all this stuff, all of these things. But you know what God says? God says, be still and know that I am God. So who are you going to listen to? The world or the creator of the world? Today, we're going to be diving into hustle culture and why it's toxic, how it's pulling you away from your purpose, and most importantly, how to break free and start living the life that God has designed for you. And yes, there will be some laughs because trust me, we've all been there. So let's get into it. Can we be real for a second? Hustle culture is ridiculous. Somewhere along the way, someone decided that moms aren't allowed to rest. All right. We're supposed to be superhuman. We're supposed to be baking organic, gluten-free muffins while running a Fortune 500 company. And somehow we're supposed to be squeezing in Pilates. We're also supposed to be living on a homestead. We're supposed to be baking sourdough bread. We're supposed to be making everything from scratch. We're supposed to be as crunchy as we possibly can. Oh, and let's not forget having a spotless house and having perfect hair while you're doing it. But here's the truth. Hustle culture isn't just exhausting. Guys, it's destructive. It convinces us that our world is tied to, how much we do, how much we earn, and how busy we look on Instagram. Hence one of the reasons why I decided to completely leave Instagram and TikTok, even though TikTok is technically shut down, but not really. I don't know what's happening with TikTok right now. But as moms, it's especially dangerous, in my opinion. And we end up overcommitting, we end up overscheduling, we end up overstressing ourselves into oblivion. And who's paying the price? Our families and our health. Okay, we're going to go Bible. Okay, so Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1 says, for everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. Okay, everything under heaven. There's a time for everything and there's a season for every single activity under the heavens. But what is hustle culture telling us? Hustle culture is saying there's no time like the present to keep going. But it's time that we reject that lie. So now we're going to flip the script, okay? What does the Bible actually say about rest and purpose? We're going to go Bible again. Psalm 46 verse 10 is very clear, okay? I love the Psalms. Psalm 46 verse 10 literally says right here, be still and know that I am God. We all know it. Be still and know that I'm God. Sometimes we read it, but we don't actually, internalize it. We're not taking it in, okay? Everything that you need, the instructions that you need for life, it's all right here, okay? It's all in here. Psalm 46 10, okay? It's so clear. Be still and know that I am God. It's not a suggestion, guys. It's a command, right? God designed us for rhythms of work and rest, okay? Even he rested on the seventh day. Very simple. And last I checked, none of us created the universe in 6 days. Living with purpose isn't about doing more. It's actually about what matters, right? It's about aligning your actions with God's calling for your life. And spoiler alert, that calling isn't, to hustle yourself into breakdown. It's to live the life that glorifies him, that serves others, that nurtures the blessings that he's given you, your kids, your family, and to nurture the blessings that he's entrusted to you. So how do we actually break free from the grind culture? Here's the good news. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight, and it starts with small intentional steps, right? We're going to take small intentional steps. The first thing that you're going to want to do, ladies, is audit your schedule, okay? You're going to need to take a hard look at how you're spending your time. So are there things that you're saying yes to that don't align with your priorities? It's time to say no to the distractions and yes to what truly matters. This is something that I struggle with personally. I've decided in the year 2025 that I'm going to severely decrease the amount of things that I say yes to and increase the amount of things that I say no to in order to protect my mental health, because being a mom is tough in itself. And add to that, trying to keep a social life, it can really weigh you down mentally. And so that's one of the things that I am constantly working on. What do I say yes to? What do I say no to? Is it going to drain me? Is it a distraction? And I need to start saying yes to what truly matters. Number two, you're going to want to set boundaries. This is hard, but it's necessary. Like I was saying before, you're going to have to stop saying yes to everything out of guilt or obligation. Remember, your no actually creates more space for God's yes. This is something, like I said before, that I'm constantly trying to drill into my head. Like, your no actually is creating space for God's yes. So you don't need to say yes to every invitation, every event, every activity that comes about out of guilt or obligation. It's okay to say no. And this is me preaching to myself. It's okay to say no. The third thing I want to do is prioritize rest. You're going to need to build rest into your schedule, whether it's that quiet morning with God, having some quiet time. Maybe it's an early bedtime. For me, as of lately, it is an early bedtime. Or maybe it's just sitting down for 10 minutes without folding laundry. The fourth thing you're going to want to do is, of course, guys, ladies, reconnect with God's purpose. Ask God what He wants for your life. Pray over your priorities and let Him guide your steps. And moms, letting go of the hustle doesn't mean that you're lazy. It actually means that you're trusting God to do what only He can do. So it's time that we stop wearing busyness like it's a badge of honor and start wearing the peace of Christ instead. Now, speaking of living with purpose, I want to tell you guys about something that I am so excited about, which is my 6-week body and soul transformation challenge. In the year 2024, there's a Solely A Done For You challenge where you got access to everything that you need in order to thrive. However, this year in 2025, I'm doing something a little bit different with the 6-week body and soul transformation challenge. And I'm going to be offering one-to-one coaching for anybody who joins the 6-week body and soul transformation challenge. This challenge is all about helping busy moms like you take back control of your health and reconnect with your faith. So we're going to be focused on simple, effective workouts that you can do in 20 to 30 minutes. All you need is a pair of dumbbells, so you can do this at the gym or you could do it at home. I'm going to be giving you a meal plan that fits into your busy schedule without overwhelming you. Faith-based devotionals to strengthen your spirit while you strengthen your body. It's not about perfection, ladies. It's about progress and stepping into the abundant life that God has for you. So if you're tired of feeling burnt out and you're ready for a reset in 2025, this is your chance. Head to jessicadufitcoaching.com/get started, or you could check out the link in the show notes to sign up. And before we wrap up, ladies, let me leave you with this. Letting go of the hustle doesn't mean you're failing. It actually means that you're finally living. I know it's hard to say no to things. It's hard for me to say no to things. I'm not going to sit here and put up a front. It's hard for me to say no to things as well. I know it feels like if you don't do it all, that nobody else is going to do it. But hear me on this. God doesn't need you to be perfect. He just needs you to be faithful. When you let go of the unnecessary and focus on Him, you're going to find more peace. You're going to find more purpose. This week, I want you to do 2 things. Number 1, I want you to audit your schedule. Identify one thing that you can let go of to create more space for God's purpose in your life. And then the second thing I want you to do is sign up for the 6-week body and soul transformation challenge. All right, ladies, it's time to invest in yourself, not the world's approval, but for the glory of God and the good of your family. So let's stop hustling, ladies, stop the hustle culture, and let's start thriving. Thank you so much for joining me on the Holistic Mom Life podcast. And if this episode spoke to you, share it with a friend who needs to hear this message. Remember, you are chosen, you are capable, and with God's strength, you can live the life that you were created for without losing your mind in the process. Until next time, ladies.